As a tropical cyclone nears, the standby signal number 1 will be issued as early as tomorrow night. Higher warning signal is expected on Saturday. A record 21.5 million foreigners visit Japan in the first half of this year, with surging tourist spending. And over 60 people die as a massive fire rips through a newly opened mall in Iraq. Good evening. You're watching Cable News. I'm Evelyn Bai. The observatory said it will issue the standby signal number 1 as soon as tomorrow night or early Saturday as a tropical cyclone approaches, warning residents to prepare for potential gales and heavy rain, while the local mercury will also remain high in the coming days. Quentin Yang reports.
This developing storm system is already impacting local weather, intensifying a severe heat wave. Residents sweltered today, seeking relief with umbrellas and fans as temperatures soared above 33 degrees Celsius across the urban areas. Meanwhile, many places in the new territories, including Yunlong, Shating, and Shuanshui, recorded highs exceeding 36 degrees Celsius. The tropical cyclone, currently located east of the Philippines, is expected to enter Hong Kong's 800-kilometer radius during the weekend. The weather watchdog said it is actively considering upgrading the warning to the strong wind signal number 3 during Saturday daytime. This decision will depend on the storm's proximity to the Pearl River estuary, its intensity, and local wind conditions as it moves near northern Luzon. Periods of heavy squally showers and thunderstorms are forecast from late Saturday through Monday. The observatory will assess whether even higher tropical cyclone warning signals are needed on Sunday. Quentin Yang, Cable News.
A mosquito-borne disease called chikungunya fever has recently caused an outbreak in the district of Foshan City, Guangdong. Considering the frequent travel to the neighboring province, the Center for Health Protection reminded the public to take precautions against mosquito bites. In Foshan's Shunde district, the local health authority reported that the outbreak of chikungunya fever was triggered by imported cases since July 8th, sickening nearly 480 people. All the infected patients presented with mild symptoms. Taking to the airwaves, Wang Hoi-kei, Senior Medical and Health Officer of the Center's Epidemiology, noted that symptoms are similar to those of dengue fever, such as fever, joint pain, and rash. Though no vaccine is available, a significant recovery could be seen in patients within a few days, Wang added. The center urged residents to seek medical advice promptly if they feel unwell after traveling and to inform doctors about their travel details. The government said the local COVID-19 activity has declined to low level and private doctors will no longer be provided with free COVID-19 drugs. The Center for Health Protection of the Department of Health said that the recent periodic upsurge of COVID-19 in Hong Kong has ended, with relevant indicators declining to the low levels recorded before April this year. In view of the fact that COVID-19 has been managed in the same way as an upper respiratory tract illness, and in response to the significant decrease in the demand for COVID-19 drugs, the special arrangements of providing free oral antiviral drugs to private doctors will be discontinued on July 29th. Instead, they can order the drugs directly and charge the patients. As of June 30th this year, approximately 200,000 treatment courses were prescribed by private doctors to eligible COVID-19 confirmed patients for free. The Legislative Council election is set to take place on December 7th, when voters can cast their ballots in about 600 polling stations across the city, including 2 special border polling stations in Shuanshui. In a document submitted to the Legislative Council, the government revealed that about 600 polling stations citywide will operate from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. on Election Day. After prior online registration, voters can also cast their ballots at 2 proposed special border polling stations, to be located at schools near Shengshui MTR station. The registration and electoral office is still evaluating whether to set up additional stations. This year's election will continue to use the electronic voter registration system. For ballot counting, geographical constituency votes will be tallied manually, while functional and election committee constituency votes will be counted centrally. Japan welcomed a record number of foreign visitors in the first half year of 2025, with unprecedented tourist spending as well, while the government plans to lure more travelers to rural areas. Anna Chen has more details.
The number of foreign visitors to Japan in the first 6 months of this year reached 21.51 million, a 21% increase compared with the same period last year, according to the Japan National Tourism Organization. The figure topped 20 million at the fastest pace on record, with travel demand remaining strong even outside peak seasons. By country and region, South Korea accounted for the highest number of visitors at 4.8 million, followed by China at 4.7 million, which saw a remarkable 53.5% increase. One notable exception was Hong Kong, where visitor numbers fell slightly by 0.4% to 1.27 million, probably related to the unfounded rumors about earthquake. Tourist spending surged to over $32 million, a nearly 23% rise year-on-year, setting new benchmarks for the January to June period. The figure almost matched the total annual spending recorded in 2019. Japan continues to target ambitious goals of attracting 16 million visitors and generating more than $100 billion in tourism spending by 2030. Anna Chen, Cable News.
A massive fire has torn through a newly opened mall in Iraq's eastern city of Qud, killing more than 60 people. At least 11 others are missing. Online video footage showed a large multi-story building engulfed by flames, with a group of people gathered on the rooftop as firefighters battled the blaze. The fire broke out late Wednesday. More than 45 people trapped inside the building were rescued. But some bodies that have not been recovered are still under debris. The cause of the fire is not immediately known. Provincial government has declared 3 days of mourning. The mall, which had opened only a week earlier, was in a 5-story building that also contained a restaurant and supermarket. Syria's government and local Druze religious group agreed to a new ceasefire on Wednesday, prompting the withdrawal of government troops from the flashpoint city of Sweda. The truce follows days of sectarian clashes that killed over 350 people and triggered unprecedented Israeli airstrikes on central Damascus. Continue reports.
قصف يا شباب قصف جديد قصف جديد يا شباب قصف جديد.
Israel escalated its military intervention hours before the ceasefire announcement, launching rare strikes in the heart of Damascus. The attack on the defense ministry killed at least 3 people and injured 34, with Syrian television capturing live footage of reporters diving for cover as explosions struck the capital. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz vowed painful blows would continue unless Syrian forces quit Sweda entirely. The Syrian military reportedly began to withdraw late Wednesday, as U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio wrote on social media that Syria had agreed steps to end the violence. Syria's state news agency confirmed the pullout, citing an agreement with the religious leaders of Druze and the completion of the army's pursuit of outlaw groups. The Syrian Foreign Ministry also welcomed the U.S. and Arab efforts to peacefully resolve the current crisis. However, stability remains uncertain. A previous truce collapsed within hours as Druze leader Sheikh Hikmet al-Hajiri rejected the new agreement. Meanwhile, Israel continued strikes after the announcement, targeting Syrian convoys heading towards Sweda. Syria's interim president Ahmed al-Shara condemned Israel's chaos-sowing aggression early Thursday, but framed the withdrawal as a choice to avoid open war, pledging to protect Druze citizens and their rights. The violence erupted Sunday when clashes between Druze militias and local Sunni Bedouin tribes spiraled into open conflict. Syrian troops deployed to restore order faced accusations of atrocities, including looting, executing civilians, and desecrating Jewish symbols, fueling Jews' demands for autonomy. Quentin Yang, Cable News.
The South Korean Supreme Court has cleared Samsung Electronics chairman Lee Jae-yong of all fraud-related charges concerning his role in an $8 billion merger deal between two Samsung subsidiaries in 2015. Shurin reports.
South Korea's top court upheld a not guilty verdict for Lee, backing two prior lower court rulings. The final verdict came 4 years and 10 months after Lee was indicted on 19 charges, including unfair trading, stock price manipulation, and accounting fraud. Lee, head of the technology giant and South Korea's largest company, was accused of attempting to gain control of the firm at a minimal cost through the merger of two Samsung subsidiaries. As the largest shareholder of Shell Industries at the time, Lee faced allegations of arranging a favorable merger ratio by intentionally lowering the stock price of Samsung C&T, causing losses to stakeholders. Prosecutors also alleged that Lee inflated the value of Shell's subsidiary pharmaceutical firm Samsung Biologics through fraudulent accounting to increase the value of Shell Industries. After the ruling, Samsung thanked the court for its decision, noting that a thorough 5-year review found both the merger and the accounting treatment of Samsung Biologics to be legal. The Korea Enterprises Federation said the ruling comes at a critical time amid intensifying global competition in high-tech industries like AI and semiconductors, as well as economic pressure from U.S. trade tariffs. Lee had previously served 18 months in prison after being convicted of separate bribery charges in 2017 related to the merger case. He was accused of bribing then-President Park Geun-hye to gain government support for the merger, which was crucial in strengthening his control over Samsung and securing his succession. Cheryl Yun, Cable News.
In the world's first medical breakthrough, 8 babies have been born free of hereditary disease with an experimental technique by using DNA from 3 people, the parents and the donor. Quentin Yang reports.
Mothers carrying mutations in mitochondria, the vital structures within cells that generate energy essential for life activities, face a high risk of transmitting the potentially devastating conditions to their offspring, which could lead to brain damage, seizures, organ failure, and death. About 1 in 5,000 babies are born with mitochondrial diseases. With the help of the IVF technology, British scientists combine the egg and a sperm from a mom and dad with a second egg from a donor woman and transfer the nucleus of the parent's embryo to a new embryo fertilized by the father's sperm and the donor's egg. The old nucleus of the second embryo has been removed but retains healthy mitochondria. The edited embryo will inherit most of the DNA from the parents, but also get a tiny amount, about 0.1%, from the donor woman. The 8 babies, born to the 3-person technique, 4 boys and 4 girls, have no signs of the mitochondrial diseases, according to the research team. Additionally, 1 pregnancy is currently ongoing. This groundbreaking science was developed over a decade ago at Newcastle University. Its clinical application became possible following a landmark change in UK law in 2015, which greenlit the application. Quentin Yang, Cable News.
The city's unemployment rate remained at 3.5% in the April to June period, lower than market expectations. Over the 3-month period, the number of unemployed individuals was 136,200, 400 up from the March to May period, according to the Census and Statistics Department. The underemployment rate also unchanged at 1.4%. Despite the steady readings of both unemployment and underemployment rates, Secretary for Labor and Welfare Chris Sun noted that various industries in the city are undergoing transition, leading to various trends, which also reflect the overall economy. Looking ahead, Sun remained optimistic that the labor market would be supported by the influx of fresh graduates and the continued expansion of Hong Kong economy. Now let's take a look at the stock market. The Hang Seng Index ended the day down 18 points. Top ATIC stocks of the day. Trekafund was up 2 cents. Tencent was up 50 cents. Li Auto was up $11. Guotai Junan was down 1 cent. On to the weather now. Becoming cloudy overnight, a few showers and isolated thunderstorms tomorrow. The minimum temperature will be about 28 degrees in the morning. Very hot with sunny intervals during the day. The maximum temperature will be around 33 degrees. Light winds, still very hot on Saturday. That's our news tonight. I'm Evelyn Bai. Thanks for watching and good night.